Hey, good afternoon. I'm Ken Brown. Today is June the 7th, 2023. I have the privilege to be here with my man, Oz Jones. Oz, what's happening?
It's another week. Not quite as busy as last week, but I'll take it.
Okay.
We're getting into some nice weather. Got my mind, hitting the beach, hitting the pool.
That's right.
Yeah.
Outside activities.
Yep.
And you said it's not as busy this week. It's crazy because pulling up, it looks very busy.
Sure. Yeah. Right now, there's the carnival going on in the Yak Arena parking lot.
Yeah. It looks nuts. Hey, carnivals always scared me. And I scared is a strong word, but never thought that somebody could put a Ferris wheel up in 24 hours. Never felt comfortable getting on that thing.
As a kid, didn't think about it. As a parent, I'm a lot more suspect. Yeah.
Especially when you see the help. No offense.
Hey, no, you got to look at the ride operator with some scrutiny.
And he's got a screwdriver in his pocket. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a great weekend. We actually had the opportunity to take our daughter to Minnesota and for her internship. And beautiful part of the country. Never been there in the summer. So we got a chance to see the 10,000 lakes for real. And it wasn't cold, so that was good.
Yeah.
And she'll be in and out of there before it's cold, so that's even
good.
better.
Yeah.
You know. What about you? You besides dreaming about beaches?
Let's see. Son had his final regular season soccer game. Was that Saturday or Sunday? His team won 3-0, and it's fun to see the progress. He's typically on defense. And he's become a decent little defender. Does a lot of sort of what I consider like contained defense. A lot of just chip it out of bounds if you need to. So their playoffs start next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a fun season. Team went 5-3. He seems to enjoy it, and I can see that he's engaged and improving without needing a lot of instruction, which tells me he's out there, he's paying attention, he's watching his teammates. Because prior to this, he'd watch soccer a bit here and there on TV, but he'd never been involved in a league, and he knew he went out there and kicked a ball.
Yeah.
But so hoping he wants to stick with it, and I'll sign him up for the fall league.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Did they get a chance? Did they play at FOP?
They play at Memorial Park in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there were some big things happening, I guess, down in this area over the last weekend too. While we were out gallivanting to Minnesota and to soccer matches, they had a derby of some sort.
Yeah, the Skip Clack fishing derby. That was the first weekend of June at Bishop Park. So kids can register. You see them out there fishing now.
It looks like a beautiful day to fish.
So yeah, they've got different awards. They're like the biggest fish, most fish, and then I believe there's an award for most interesting object pulled out of the river.
You a big fisherman?
No. I think we've touched on this before. My brother and my dad growing up liked to fish. My brother and one of our good buddies, they have an annual pilgrimage each year to go out to Lake Michigan, and I think they fish salmon. And they've asked me to go from time, like, hey, you want to come out on the boat? They get up too early for me.
Yeah.
And when I go, I'm more of a distraction. I'm comic relief. I'm not out there to catch fish. I'm out there just to, I guess, catch some sunshine and maybe make a few people laugh.
Yeah, entertainment. He's the entertainment.
They're trapped on the boat with me.
Yeah. No. I've seen bass fishing and different things like that, and I did have an opportunity to go salmon fishing, like, what do you call that, bucket list. We went Bay City to catch catfish, and you have to walk in with waders. That was fun.
Okay.
And then we went to Manistee for salmon fishing, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like you're fighting. It's a real fight. Those things are, 25 pounds, something stupid. You know what I mean? So those are good times, but it's not. I'm similar to you, where I'm kind of the comic relief, and they're laughing at how I'm casting and stuff like that. But
I just don't have the attention span to just cast and sit.
Yeah,
I gotta be doing something.
Yeah, you gotta be patient. And I see guys with 3 and 4 poles.
Oh, that's what they do.
When you drive by the mouth of Southfield, there's guys 3 or 4 poles. And you're like, God, he's busy. He's busy doing a lot of nothing.
And they've got the rigs they have now with lures, and like they're using this special type of lure. it's complicated. Like, you got to put in work to do it, and then you set your lines. Yeah, and it's just it's a bit much for me. You know, I'm just like, boys, we could just cruise around in the boat,
Fast.
tell stories,
Skip rocks.
Yeah, like
Nah, but fishing, and the good thing is for those people that do not want to buy a fishing license, this weekend, this Saturday, I think it's Saturday and Sunday.
It is, yep.
Saturday and Sunday, free fishing.
Yep.
So you don't have to have a license to fish this weekend. So if your kid's been bugging you to go take them fishing, this is the weekend to go. Well, you won't get in trouble. If not, I think it's $37.50 or something like that for the fishing license. So it's a good weekend to go out there and fish.
I enjoyed going with my dad or an uncle and my brother as a kid. I just, the actual catching fish portion wasn't what interested me. It was just get on the boat and go have an adventure, you know. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't love it and I needed to do a bucket list deal was because as a kid, all I ever caught was like a bluegill. And everybody, all my cousins like, throw it back, it's too little. And my uncle let me keep it. And I was like, why am I throwing it back again? Yeah, so it's just difficult. It's a lot more difficult than it looks.
Yeah.
FOP Park, though, they had a phenomenal event last week, or yesterday. Yesterday, while we didn't tape yesterday, they did some type of dedication.
Yeah, so they dedicated the pickleball courts to former and late recreation superintendent Justin Lanigan. And we got a 6-minute piece on that, actually.
Welcome, everyone. We are here today to dedicate our pickleball courts at FOP Park to Justin Lanigan, who passed last year. I'm not going to say too much because I'll lose it. But Justin was a dear friend of mine and all of yours, as well as a coworker for many years. So, Mr. DeSena, go ahead.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Justin, to me, was just a first-class, top-notch individual, very passionate about his job. What I admired about Justin was when you asked him a question, he knew the answer. A lot of times you ask people questions, they give you an answer thinking you're supposed to answer something, but he was on top of everything. But I want to compliment him on the pickleball courts. This was before my time. People want to think that I want to take credit for it. There's no way in the world. Justin did this way before me. These first 2 courts were built first. He saw the demand, built the far 2 courts, and what I hear from all these pickleball players, Wyandotte has some of the best, we have the best facility around. And it's because of Justin. Justin did a great job. And what I want to follow up on that is, this is Tom Snyder. He's the ambassador of Wayne County Pickleball, and him and Justin work together a lot on the courts, rules, things. Tom still puts on clinics through the recreation department. It's free to whoever wants to take the classes, and I'll let Tom say a couple words. We're going to make this short and sweet because these guys back here are ready to go.
They want to play.
Anyway.
I met Justin shortly after the courts were built, and I happened to stop in because I wanted to see if he needed help, what the plan was, that kind of stuff. First year we kind of chit-chatted things that we could do. Then we started running clinics for beginners so we could get people playing. We weren't sure how much interest there was or there wasn't. Justin said there was. First year that we did this, we ended up getting 24 people in order to take lessons. I just finished the 4th year of doing clinics. We had 6 kids and we had 12 folks take that clinic. We talked to Cheryl a little bit. We may do another clinic in end of August, beginning of September, something like that. We also have run 4 tournaments out of the city. The first year that we did this, we did it over at Pulaski Park. We actually drew lines on the court because we wanted to have something big. It was the first thing that we were doing downriver, and it worked out tremendously. And what people don't realize about Justin is he was awesome at doing stuff behind the scenes. I told you I was going to lose this. Sorry, buddy. So we got there at 7 o'clock for a 9 o'clock start. Justin was already there dropping off tables. He was dropping off chairs. He was going back to get that second round of tables and chairs to make sure that we were there. We ended up with 48 players, and I think we counted that there were 65 people watching what was going on because they had never seen a tournament. And Justin was amazed at how well that turned out, and that because of that turnout is the reason those second courts were built. Since then, we've held tournaments here. Both the first 2 tournaments that we had, we donated the money back to the city. We referred to that as the Goodwill Pickleball Fund, because we wanted to give back, because sometimes things happen, whether it's nets or damages, that kind of stuff. The 3rd year, Justin told us, said, listen, do something better with the money, because we've got money still. He let us donate money last year to the ARC Downriver program. We donated over $1,000 to those folks with that. After that tournament last year, Justin said, you know what? Can you do me a favor? Can you, this year, when we do this 2023, if we can donate it to the Wyandotte Goodfellows. So making the announcement now, we're going to have a tournament in August, and that money's going to go to the Wyandotte Goodfellows. And that's because of Justin.
Thank you, Tom. Just to follow up on that, Justin had the foresight of how this sport has grown. I mean, I call it for the old people because we don't have to run so much, but it's young and old, it's for everybody, and everybody wants to learn how to play it. So, but Justin saw he had that foresight, and that's why we got 4 courts here. We really could use 4 more somewhere else in a parking lot. But anyway, we'll get to that another day. I'd like to call Joanne and Kelly.
Joanne and Kelly and Jared.
Jared, we're gonna unveil.
Joanne is Justin's mother, and Kelly and Jared are his siblings, and they are going to unveil it for us. Do you guys want the kids on one side? Kelly, and then Jared. You want to get on the front so you can see it? No.
I did my sheet
Oh, you
All right,
cheated.
that's fine. All right, when you're ready.
There you go. Go over here, please.
Just keep smiling, I guess.
All right, that's it.
Yes.
Again, thanks everybody for coming out. Justin was just a special person, and here's the proof of it. Everybody thought the world of Justin. And Joanne, you did a fantastic job raising him.
So we caught a little bit of Tom talking there, and it's great for Justin to get some attention, for all the great work that he did in the community. For someone like me, that kind of makes you feel good, because I've been working in the community over 25 years doing something similar, where it's not necessarily recreational all the time, but it's also adults. And it's good to see that you're noticed for helping to make an impact in the community. So, Mr. Lanigan, I think that's cool that they named the pickleball court after him.
Yeah, and the city has a lot of parks, and every once in a while, things have to be updated. Yeah. You got to put money into it, make improvements, keep up with the community's interest, and just to keep the space looking nice. And the area over there looks real nice. And before the dedication, there were plenty of games going on, and it was fun to watch. I didn't watch long enough to really pick up on all the intricacies of the rules, but I watched long enough to be interested to play. I wouldn't mind going one-on-one with the mayor sometime if he'd like to.
Yeah, or the mayor and Tom V versus me and you. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, what challenge on. Hey,
there we go.
Email us at Local Sports Wrap Up the date and time. We'll come over there to FOP and show you a thing or two about pickleball.
Or be shown a thing or two, whichever.
Either way,
we'll see.
No matter what, it'd be fun.
It would be fun, yeah.
And I think that's cool that the mayor got involved as well, with the dedication. Again, thank Justin for all the work that he did in the community, and we're glad that he's got a court. I love that, and I agree with you 100% that a lot of times, like if you ride by, you don't see as many people on tennis courts any longer. Yeah. So for it to be a fresh start with a pickleball court, if it's going to get more activity, I love it.
Yeah, it was nice to see a lot of people from the city and municipal services turned out for that dedication. And it just spoke to how well liked Justin was. And I never had a whole lot of one-on-one in-person interactions with him, but when I was a part of running the JC's Haunted House, I could send any promotional materials to him, whether physical or if I asked him to share a post from our page on Facebook, he'd do it without any question, and I always appreciated that.
No, that's cool. The other thing that's going on currently, as we're nearing the end of the school season, it's regional time. So districts we talked about a little bit last week that this was going to be a heavy district week on June 3rd. And we had some local teams do pretty good. As far as in baseball, Gibraltar lost to Woodhaven 5-1 in District 17. And then Woodhaven went on to beat Southgate, looks like 11-0. Southgate got to that game versus Woodhaven by beating Wyandotte 5-0. So Wyandotte season comes to an end. Again, Manny Gutierrez, the southpaw, he pitched the game and he went 6 2/3. Only gave up to 5 runs, had like 7 strikeouts and a hit. But Tyler Curdy was actually the hitting star for the Wyandotte Roosevelt on that day. He went 2 for 3 in the game in that loss. So for their reward, I guess Woodhaven gets a chance to play against Allen Park in the regional semis. The other teams in the area that did District 18, Allen Park beat Dearborn 6-0. Edsel Ford beat Lincoln Park 6-2. And then Allen Park beat Edsel Ford 7-1 to get into that game with Woodhaven, which takes place June 7th today at 6 o'clock. Another game of interest, I guess, is Riverview and Trenton played in the Trenton tournament. And it looks like Riverview won 2-0 is what I have. But it says to be determined who Trenton plays. So that maybe they're talking about the Trenton district, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So
that's good. There's some downriver teams that's getting some looks in baseball. The other game that's taking place is we talked about Ecorse being 24-2 last week.
Yeah.
So they play today at 4 o'clock, and they play somebody that they should beat. I don't remember, but it's at 4 o'clock, and after the show, I'm going to go over there and check out Coach Covington. Give my support to those Red Raiders.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how baseball went. Softball, on the other hand, we got Dearborn lost to Edsel Ford 12-11 in softball. Woodhaven beat Temperance Bedford 13-12. One day I'll tell you about my Temperance Bedford story.
Okay.
Anyway, Woodhaven then beat Ypsi Lincoln 4-0. And then Allen Park beat Taylor 15-0. Wyandotte beat Southgate 11-9. And congratulations to the Lady Bears, because what they got for their victory was a game against Allen Park, which they lost 15-0.
I imagine Sizemore she pitched that one.
I'm sure she hit. So they had 30 runs in 2 games in the district. District 51, Flat Rock and Trenton played. Looks like it was 11-1 Trenton in 6 innings. And then Trenton and Riverview basically played a football game. It was 20-13.
20-13.
Yeah, that's
Were they
quite
playing without mitts?
I don't know. What's the name of that league? No
Vintage
mitts.
baseball.
Yeah. Vintage baseball.
13.
Yeah, so they got to running around those bases a little bit. From there, Chelsea gets an opportunity to play Allen Park. That's today as well. That'd be one to go see. That was at 4.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's actually was yesterday, the 6th. So they probably have those results. And then this weekend, the rest of that regional action takes place where Woodhaven plays Saline, Allen Park will play Edsel Ford, and then Trenton Ladies will play New Boston Huron. So there's still a lot of baseball and softball, but it's coming to an end really quickly.
I mentioned, was it last week, when I was a kid I played Little League in Lincoln Park. So this last weekend I took my oldest son up to Kaminsky Park where I used to play. Just, reliving some memories, pointing some things out to him. One of maybe my best Little League memory. So I was in Lincoln Park Central, and then we often played teams from Lincoln Park South. They had their field there as well. And there was this one team, I don't remember the team's name, but there was a kid on the team named Mark Waddle. Funny name, but you wouldn't dare laugh at him. He was one of those kids, looked like he was 3 years older than everyone else. All the kid did was hit home runs. So I'm playing right field, bases are juiced. A couple of kids were on bikes beyond the fence, taunting me, like, he's going to blast this right over your head. So coach has me backed up almost to the warning track. Sure enough, there goes Mark Waddle, takes that swing, boom, ball goes flying, I'm backing up, robbed him of a grand slam.
Get out.
Robbed him, this is one of my highlights. Threw that ball in, I don't even think the runner was able to tag up from third because I think he'd already let
Had
it
to
off.
run back, right?
And I remember looking back at those kids, and they had nothing to say.
No, that's love, man.
almost took my mitt off. He was a big kid. Yeah.
Like Kelly from the Bad News Bears.
Just bigger. Yeah, he was one. I remember it was one of those things like the dads would be like, "Is that kid even? They should check his birth certificate."
Yeah.
So, yeah, robbed him of a grand slam. That was
No,
one and only time I did that.
No, that's a great memory, man. I think Little League is like the best time. You have nothing to worry about. You don't even have to get your uniform ready yourselves. Your parents get everything ready for you, and you just go out and play, man.
Yeah.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
No. What about what can kids do around here this summer?
Quite a few things, actually. There are tennis lessons. These begin, it's a 4-week session beginning July 11th, running through August 3rd. The days on that are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Registration deadline is July 10th. And those are played, all classes are at Pulaski Park, located at 12th and Oxford.
Right. You know what else kids can do? And I should have taken advantage of this when I was a kid. Swim lessons. You get swim lessons starting June 19th through August 11th. The day that they'll be closed is July 3rd for the 4th of July. But you can go up there and as early as 9 o'clock, the beginners on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then you got senior swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. And they got a full schedule up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon where it's open swimming. And that's at Wilson Middle School. They have a great pool there too. And then after the week of July 3rd, after the 4th, there'll be open swimming. And then that'll take place after those classes.
Nice.
So they got it set up so people in Wyandotte can learn how to swim, including seniors.
Yep.
They got senior swim too. So seniors can jump in there. Let's see if this is at a different place. It's on 3rd Street. So that's the Wyandotte Rec Leisure and Culture Department, right? So they got senior citizens swimming. You only got to be 55 to be considered a senior. I'm almost there.
There you go.
I'm almost there. And again, that's at Wilson. So Wilson's going to have a lot of activity with no kids. Looks like they're trying to make a few bucks. If you're a resident, it's $30. Non-residents, it's $40. If you just want to come for the day, it's $3. So I don't think you could beat that. Learn how to swim. Get those kids in swimming classes. It's huge.
I mean, really important in a state like Michigan. You look at drowning deaths every year. I mean, you can set your watch to it, just given the nature of our state, and people are out boating at the beach. There's going to be accidents. So yeah, it's important that you yourself and your kids know how to swim and know how to go to the beach, have a day of fun safely, because there's a lot of the important thing to know, getting caught in a riptide. There's a certain way to manage that. If you're caught in one, you can survive it, but you have to know how to do it. You can't panic.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that. But no, I think that's a great lesson. You know what other sport, and I didn't mean to neglect it at all, is football. Not
soccer,
football, but
yeah.
soccer.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about your baby's soccer, this is also Regionals Week for soccer. June 6th, yesterday, Saline beat Woodhaven 6-0. And then Trenton actually beat Divine Child 4-1. Now, those two teams don't meet in the regional. They won their districts or whatever, their regional semifinals. But Trenton's going to go on to play Grosse Pointe North in 2 days on June 8th at 7 o'clock. So Trenton's still alive in soccer, high school soccer action, and that's got to be coming to a very, very abrupt end really soon.
Yeah.
You know, so June 8th for that. Now, even though I talked a little bit about not seeing a bunch of tennis, there is tennis in Wyandotte.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you can get tennis lessons.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned, a few minutes back. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I read from, yeah.
Okay, good. You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. What else? What about happening at the Copeland Center?
A few other things, yeah. Copeland Center, this is this month's calendar. They've got aerobic drop-in throughout the month on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There's also shuffleboard. That looks like that's on several different Fridays. June 9th, June 23rd, shuffleboard from 11:30 to 1:30. But yeah, the aerobic drop-in, that looks like it is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, although there's not a time on that. It says to see the newsletter. So if you're interested in that aerobic drop-in, maybe give Copeland Center a call or check out the newsletter.
You a shuffleboard guy?
No, I'm
Okay.
still a little young for shuffleboard.
Yeah.
I don't know how shuffleboard's played, honestly.
Yeah, I'll only seen it on the Love Boat myself.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of idea. I don't have a lot of idea how to play either. Looks fun, but I would think a hockey guy would be good at it. You know what I mean? Just
Maybe.
because how you move that stick.
Maybe. They use that same theory for golf. Didn't turn out to be true in my case.
Yeah. And with a baseball guy too, yeah, golf is a whole different animal in itself. You know what's kind of cool though is they have the Senior Olympics coming again this year, and I'm sure throughout the summer we'll have time to update it.
Yeah. The info we have now is the Downriver Senior Olympics is going to be held August 14th through the 18th, and Brownstown will be hosting this year. They've actually got age categories. So Class A is 55 to 64 years old, Class B 65 to 74, Class C 75 to 83, and then there's a Class D 84 and up.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're a senior, you want to get involved with Senior Olympics, they're going to be held in Brownstown, August 14th through the 18th. Once again, I'm looking for a phone number. So here you go. More info or to register, you can call 734-675-0920, and that has to be done by June 30th or postmarked by June 30th. They will not accept late entries.
No. Maybe I can fix my birth certificate and be 55 and compete.
Just a few more years. You
Yeah,
can get in
I
there.
can compete in that. Well, again, man, I think that we gave a lot of information out, and next week we'll go across to talk about youth beach volleyball, which are having clinics here soon.
Yeah.
But it's been great. I appreciate you for sitting in, and we'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please email us your kids' scores, Little League scores, end of the summer scores. We'd love to have them.
Good fishing stories.
Great fishing stories. Yeah. All right. Have a great day.